Okay, so this week's review reaction to a movie trailer thing was actually a request that somebody in the comment box of last week's video made, and I decided, why not? I'll check it out. Funny thing is, I was actually going to do this movie trailer anyway, so extra incentive, I guess. But anyway. This week I will be checking out the trailer for Zombieland Double Tap, and imagine my surprise when I found out they were actually making another Zombieland movie. I mean, I had to actually dig out my copy of Zombieland 1 just to remember what happened in it. That is literally how long it's been since I've even so much as thought about Zombieland. The first Zombieland, well, actually, maybe I'll save the rest of this for after the trailer. I'm gonna go watch the trailer and I'll come back here with my thoughts. I will leave the link to the trailer down there in the description so you can watch it. And alright, so let's do this. Okay, that actually looked kind of funny. In fact, I might check this one out, although, if I'm being honest, I'm going to be keeping my expectations a little low. Partially because, as I said before, it's been a decade since the last Zombieland movie, and I'm not saying this movie is going to fail. In fact, I think the Zombieland faithful are definitely going to make sure that this movie sees some sort of success in the box office. I'm just saying that it has been a decade since the first one, and if you're going to make a franchise, you really want to make sure that your movie franchise is relevant when you're putting out sequels. And I don't know if waiting 10 years was an especially good idea, but that's definitely the route they went. And I'm sure they had their reasons for why. They didn't have the actors contracted to hang around for the sequel. It's not exactly a Marvel situation or it's one of those kind of deals where, well, you know what I mean. But the important thing is, it definitely seems risky to me that they're waiting so long to release a sequel, and I don't know. It's just that another thing is, when the first movie came out, zombies were totally like the hot thing. They were totally like. I like to describe it as like, you like to think about like, you like to compare this sort of thing to G.I. Joe versus Barbie. Boys had G.I. Joe, a real American hero, and girls had Barbie. In the late 2000s, early 2010s, when these fads were as big as they were, zombies were definitely like the boys' club, and the girls had Twilight, and at least that's how I kind of looked at it. And that attitude seems to have changed because, the guys were all about like how, the zombie franchise, it's the last bastion of manhood, we gotta keep the girls away from this. And then Warm Bodies came out in 2013, and it was like, fuck! So, zombies are, no pun intended, zombies are dead. But, the fad is basically done. I mean, there are still people coming out with zombie material out here now in the present day. I mean, I did a text review of Black Summer way back when that first came out on Netflix, and I did not care for it because it kind of felt like every other zombie thing I'd ever seen at the time, although in defense of the show, I only ever saw it all the way to episode 3, and if you liked Black Summer, fine. I mean, this whole thing is a matter of opinion. I didn't care for Black Summer because, ho-hum, another zombie show. So those are my big concerns about Double Tap going into this. But after looking at the trailer, it does look like a fun movie. It does look fun, and I don't know if I will make any particular effort to go see it on my own behalf, but if I get invited to go see it with the gang, you know, with friends or with whoever, I could be persuaded. So I would say proceed with caution, but it definitely looks like a fun movie based on that trailer. So that's my 10 cents on that. And yeah, so that's going to do it for this week's reaction to movie trailers. If you like what you saw, by all means, I'm kind of running out of clever names for the whole thing, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, remind me that I matter, validate my existence, etc., etc. And of course, if you have any movies you think I should look at the trailer for and do a reaction video or whatever, be sure to leave the title or a link or whatever in the comment box below, and I'll give it a look and see. So until then, I'll see you next time.